Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise today in celebration of Black History Month 2021, and I'll ask you to go back with me to July 4th, 1934, in Edenton, North Carolina. I imagine many citizens of Edenton were celebrating the birth of America and all the freedoms this country afforded then to its white citizens. While these celebrations were happening, a baby girl would be born. And while this baby girl would spend much of her life not enjoying the freedoms many celebrated on the 4th of July, she would grow up and play a pivotal role in making this country live up to its ideals. That baby girl is none other than Senator Yvonne B. Miller, the first African American woman to serve in this body, as well as in the Senate of Virginia. I don't have to tell many of you her story. A renowned educator, a storied politician, an agent of change, and most importantly, a woman of God. For those of us who were fortunate enough to learn from Senator Miller, we know that it was her faith that guided her. It was her moral compass that led her to fight against voter ID laws that harkened back to days of segregation. It was her Christian faith that led her to fight for voting rights of those who had paid their debt to society. Now, much conversation has been had about how to honor her legacy, and I am here to tell you that not only does she deserve to be honored here on Capitol grounds for all of the groundbreaking work she did, she deserves to be honored in places like Monument Avenue, here in a city she spent decades while serving in this body. She deserves to be honored wherever the story of Virginia is told. Not only because Senator Miller faced down racism and disrespect with grace and dignity, not only because she was a visionary who crafted legislation that drastically changed our education system, not only because her leadership resulted in the transformation of our transportation systems throughout the Commonwealth, but also because of the legacy she leaves. Her legacy is alive and well in this body and throughout the country because her daughters are here. For if it had not been for Senator Yvonne B. Miller, there would not be more women serving in this body than in the history of the Virginia General Assembly. If it were not for Senator Yvonne B. Miller, there would not be more than 300 Black women serving in state legislatures throughout the United States. To paraphrase our Vice President Kamala Harris, Senator Miller may have been the first, but she was certainly not the last. And she has left a lasting impact and legacy in our communities, in Hampton Roads, in the Commonwealth of Virginia, and throughout this country. Because she persisted, because she persevered, many of us sit here today to continue her legacy of fighting for what is right, just, and equitable. So I ask you, honor her legacy in your dealings in this body. Honor her legacy by supporting those things that uplift the Black community and all communities. And I can tell you that her daughters are here to honor her legacy, and we will do it with every action that we take. Because of her, we are here, and things will never be the same. And it is because of Senator Yvonne B. Miller. So thank you for honoring her legacy and taking this moment to celebrate a shero of Black history. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you so much, Delegate Mundon King. And what a beautiful tribute for somebody that we all consider, so many of us consider a friend, a mentor, certainly a role model, and as you so eloquently said, an agent for change. So thank you for sharing with us, and I know her legacy lives on in so many of us, but certainly her precious daughters as well. So thank you very much for sharing.